Do any of you have an older brother? I had 5 older brothers, but one in particular was my absolute favorite. He gave me such joy and such overwhelming heartache. You may have heard of my brother, an obscure Jewish rabbi named Jesus. Of course you have heard of him, but you may not have heard of me. There's only one mention of me and my sisters in the Bible. It's in what you know as Matthew 13:55 to 56, where it first mentions Jesus' brothers. Isn't this the carpenter's son? Isn't his mother's name Mary? And aren't his brothers James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas? And then it adds, and aren't his sisters here with us? Sisters, not so much as a mention of our names. That's all right. Jesus knows our names. I was the youngest daughter, and Jesus and I had a special bond. I adored Jesus. As a young girl, I would tag after my brothers, James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas, kept chasing me away, saying they were too busy. But Jesus always had time for me. In a family of 7 children, Jesus always made me feel special, unique. When Abba died, Jesus became the man of the house. Whenever I had a problem that seemed unsolvable, I could always take it to Jesus. And he always gave me the wisest answers and never made me feel stupid for asking. I could always depend on Jesus. But I knew he wouldn't be around forever, that he was destined for other things, bigger things. I mourned when Jesus left us to begin his ministry. It was both a sad and joyful morning as Jesus kissed us all goodbye, told us that we would be in his prayers, but that he had to be about his Father's business. Father's business? But Abba had been dead for years. And then I realized he was talking about Jehovah. I was both confused and envious of how Jesus would talk about Jehovah as his father. My sisters all went off and got married, and I knew I would soon as well. But there was an aching in my heart, a mourning for something missing. But what? Oh, how I wished I could have been one of my brother's disciples. And then I began to hear the rumors that Jesus was the Messiah. I laughed at the idea at first. My brother, a simple Nazarene carpenter, the Son of God? It just didn't seem possible. I heard of the miracle at the wedding feast and other miracles. The hope began to grow within me. And then came the cross. If he was the Son of God, why was he in the grave? You can't kill God. It was all such a lie. I couldn't talk to Mother. She was already grieving, and I wouldn't add to her burden. But we were hurting too. James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas, and my sisters. I had wanted so badly to believe that he was the Messiah. But how could I believe in a dead Messiah? Mother and some of the others went to watch Jesus on the cross. I didn't go. I couldn't go. I had to stay at home and mourn for the loss of my brother, for the loss of a dream. 3 words described it all. It was over. I had been so wrong. I was wrong to hope in my brother. I was wrong to believe the Messiah had come. Hope was dead, just like my brother. There was no question, no doubt he was dead. And yet, and then came the rumors that Jesus was alive, risen from the dead. After several days of mourning came a new morning, and something had stirred in my heart. Something was going to happen that morning. I went outside, and there he was. Little sister. I ran to Jesus and hugged him. My brother, not dead, but alive. My hope, not dead, but alive. I asked you in the beginning if any of you had older brothers. If you were believers in Christ, I know the answer to that question. Like me, you have the best older brother in the world, Jesus Christ, my brother, my Lord, your Lord. The morning is over. The eternal morning of joy is here.